We are back. We are back. The Curva Chronicles. What you saying, JK?
Back again, back again. A couple of weeks missing. Obviously, we've been doing our videos on TikTok. If you follow us on there, if you don't, you should. It's been an interesting couple of weeks in the Premier League. The Serie A has also started. There's so much to talk about.
So much to talk about. Football's officially back, and there'll still be some talk about transfers because it's the
Yeah,
last week of
last week,
transfers.
bro, and there's a lot of stuff that could be happening that is interesting. I don't know if you saw. I saw this morning slash yesterday that Lucas Vasquez signed
By
for
Leverkusen.
Bayer Leverkusen, and I'm surprised that none of the Premier League went for him because I think he's a good squad player. In fact, he probably starts for some of the Premier League teams as well.
Yeah, very experienced player. By Leverkusen have literally kind of torn apart their team.
Yeah,
So I can see why they would go for him. But yeah, I didn't realize it was still a free agent this late on.
yeah, same. It's a shame that obviously he had to leave Madrid. He was a long serving, bro. Like he's been there for most of those Champions League wins. And although he was never like a starter, every time he played, I thought he was a really good player. To be
Yeah,
honest.
man. Lucas Vasquez, he shows why football's more than just 11 on the pitch.
Yeah. And also his commitment and his mentality. Like it doesn't matter how good you are, because he's not even a bad player. But ultimately, as long as you give 100%, like that's what the coaches want, right? And I think he's a really good player. So I hope for him that he'll do well at Leverkusen. But yeah, surprised that none of the Premier League teams were interested in him. To be fair,
Are players like Vasquez kind of diminishing from world football? Those players kind of like James Milner,
yeah, I was
Vasquez,
gonna say James Milner.
yeah,
Yeah,
utility players.
you don't really get many of those because like I'm trying to even think of the Premier League teams like your Man City and your Arsenals. There's not really players like Vasquez. You know, you got your first 11, and now you sort of want a second 11. But the
Yeah,
players are just as good. But there's not that player like your Milner. That yeah, apart from Vasquez, and then you what's that Cabellos from Madrid as well. He was is
yeah.
it
Which one? Ceballos.
Ceballos?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was similar. But yeah, you don't really get that anymore. I feel like in Spain and maybe Italy back in the days, you had more of those, but you don't. Yeah,
We have
football
one.
is
We have one. His name is Musa.
that guy starts that team, but he's not even
A utility
a
player.
man.
Let's
Not
start
a
with Milan. Let's
start.
start with Milan. AC Milan,
What?
our beloved team.
That was
We've
the
had
best.
a really turbulent couple weeks, and the whole summer I've been a bit skeptical. And then we had the preseason, which was a strong preseason. Allegri showed he was going to play with three at the back,
Yeah,
and then recently Victor Boniface got the "Here we go" from Fabrizio Romano. We were both
yeah,
excited. I
yeah,
thought Victor Boniface, great player, young player.
yeah.
Bro, we've embarrassed ourselves once again.
Obviously, we were skeptical as well because I think when we spoke about it, you said like very injury prone, and
Did say.
obviously I did a little bit of research and I realized that you're very right. And so I don't know if he got away with one in a sense. I like him. I like that type of player because we've seen what Lukaku can do in the league. Someone that is strong, that can hold up the ball. He scored against us as well a couple of years ago. Like you could see that he could do well in the Serie A. So I did like that type of player. But then, is he worth getting him in? Him getting injured. Obviously, it's embarrassing. The whole thing is a shambles, right?
Shambolic.
Because we wanted Highland. I don't think well, he wanted to come. He wanted to go somewhere where he could sign like a full time, no loan stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have the money to do that. It seems
It
somehow
seems.
because
So they
we
say.
sold so many players. I don't really see how we don't have the money. And now he's linked to Napoli.
He's
I
going to
think
Napoli
Holland
as well.
is probably gonna get done in the next few days. But yeah, the start was very bad. To lose
Terrible.
2-1 to Cremonese, I don't think you could have started with. No offense to Cremonese, but you couldn't have started with a better team
At home. To
at
a newly
home,
promoted side, bro.
where you could just express yourself. And yeah, maybe I know that Allegri is very defensive minded, but you can hold the ball and you can control. You should control the game. and we looked so bad, man. And like Rafael Leao being injured can't be our excuse because our team can't be based, like especially against teams like Cremonese, that can't be our excuse. So it's a very, very poor start,
Very, very
and
poor start.
especially because all of the bigs started so well as well. And Como, bro, watch out for Como.
I know. Before we even move on to Como, with Milan, like we're already chasing. Do you know what I mean? We're already chasing. We've lost at home. What's that going to do to the morale? And there were a lot of things that were bad. On the Boniface thing,
Yeah.
I knew he had a bad injury record.
Yeah.
So like before you go and do that, do you not do your research? Like, he had to come to Milan for them to be like, oh, his knee.
But then I think, like, obviously the conversation with the clubs, from some of the things I saw, is that the club said he had a really good preseason, that physically he was back in good shape. And I guess until you get him to your doctors, you just have to take what the other club says, right? So but him himself, surely you know that you're gonna have to go through medicals. If you're not in shape, like, what's the point even? Like, I don't get
It's
it.
true. And the maddest thing is, Milan didn't even say he failed his medical, so it's all speculation. Like, something happened. We assume it's his knee because his knee's mash up, but we don't actually know what happened. But with a mash up knee in his first Bundesliga season, he scored almost as many goals as he played. Second season, he didn't play much. So yeah, maybe in years to come we'll be like, okay, I'm happy that didn't happen. But it's just the culmination of everything. Like you're trying to get Højlund, all of a sudden you go for Boniface, then you don't get Boniface, and now we've got a kid called Harder from Sporting Lisbon. He's 20-year-old, the Danish wonder kid.
Yeah.
Saying he's the new Erling Haaland. He's big, he's strong, he shoots from far.
Everyone is the new Erling Haaland.
Do you understand? It's another gamble. That's the problem.
Sesko is the new Erling Haaland, apparently. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. And I was very surprised. I was very happy with how quick we moved on Boniface and how quick everything happened. I was like, yeah, good. Like, you went for Haaland, he said no, and you moved very quick in the market. But then it's just embarrassing, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. But yeah, anyways, Serie A, Como.
Yeah,
I think Como. If for any Premier League fans, tell the Premier League fans about Como that they probably don't know.
I mean, Como, obviously everyone knows Lake Como. But Como, even the stadium is so beautiful. Like, the views from the stadium is incredible. If you haven't been there, you must go. We haven't been, but we will go. Como beat Lazio 2-0. Obviously, I don't know if you follow much of the Serie A last season. Fabregas is in charge of Como. He's part owner, actually, him and Thierry Henry as well. And he did really well last season. He gave a hard game to all of the bigs. We managed to beat them, but we should have really lost that game, I'm not going to lie, especially the one at their ground. And this season, they made a few signings. Obviously, Paz, if you don't know about Paz, Madrid wonder kid, I'll call him, because he's actually a wonder kid. He scored one, assisted one, good player. Tottenham offered 70 million.
Yeah, man.
To Como. They said, no way, Jose.
Yeah.
Because obviously Real Madrid got a 10 million release clause anyway. Like, they can buy him back next year for 10 million.
Yeah, I'm hearing Madrid is planning to take Nico Paz back next year.
Yeah.
Which makes
and I'm not
sense.
surprised. Lazio, you should know Lazio is a good team in Italy, although this year I'm not really expecting much from them. But for Como to beat them 2-0, like, and the way they did, I think this is a team that is going to do very, very well in the Serie A this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if they finish in, maybe European not spaces. Top 4, but at least top 6 position, and maybe get an Europe space there.
I can see Como getting to European spaces. I think the hardest thing for Como is actually just going to be holding on to Cesc Fabregas for a long time.
Yeah, but I feel like because he's a part owner, and also he could have gone to Inter Milan, bro. He didn't.
I know.
Obviously, I don't know if a Premier League club comes, it might be a different conversation. But I think because there's more to him just being like the manager, I feel like there's probably a connection with the club. He might, if they do well and there's investment, he might want to stay there. I don't know. Obviously, I think long term, if I don't know, Madrid or Arsenal or something comes.
That's the thing, because I feel like Arteta's under a lot of pressure now because the club has fully backed him and they've come second so much. If for whatever reason Arteta was to go, I can see them going after Fabregas. No, Como, I would love for them to get into the European places, man. As a neutral, I look at that team and I think, they're building something serious.
It's very, it's sort of like an Arsenal project, right? What Arsenal have done throughout the years. Obviously, they haven't won much, 2 trophies since Arteta got in, same as Crystal Palace. But you can see the football they're playing, the style of football, and you can see that. And, you know, to see that in Italy, an Italian team is quite interesting.
Quite
I like the way they play football, and I really like Fabregas as a manager as well.
And the type of profile of players that they're bringing in as well, I've closely looked at it. All players that are really young, very technical, a lot from the Spanish league.
Yeah.
They've recently brought this new guy who's from the Dutch league. I hope he plays for Ghana. He looks like a real big baller at 18.
Yeah.
Look out for him, he's a winger. And yeah, Como, great start to Como. Inter 5-0 at home.
Pumping,
versus
bro.
Torino.
We were saying, oh, Kivu, bro, nothing changed. And that new striker scored, bro. The guy from Parma, I think his name is Bonnie, yeah, came from the bench. He scored. Lautaro Martinez scored. Thuram scored. Bastoni scored. I mean, they look as good as they did last year, although that final was a bit embarrassing. But it's still early, you know. Torino, I can't even say Torino's not a good side because we lost to Cremonese, so it doesn't matter. You have to beat who you have in front of you, right?
For sure.
And it was a really good start from them. And I'm surprised that Inter played at home after we played at home. Obviously, it was like Monday and Friday or Saturday whenever we played. But normally, anyways.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, strong start. All the favourites had a strong start.
Juventus beat Parma 2-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't super convincing, but I feel like these first few games, you just have to get the win, really.
Absolutely.
Atalanta 1-1 against Pisa.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know Pisa, obviously Inzaghi brought him up.
It's true.
And then he left to go to Palermo, who haven't been in the Serie A in ages. But if you remember, obviously they had Amsic, Lavezzi played for Palermo. They're a really good side. And he brought Pisa up and then left willingly because he likes the project of Palermo and he's hoping to obviously bring them back up to the Serie A.
That's an interesting.
So that'll be an interesting project to see how that turns out for him.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they played very good football in the Serie B last year, so decent side. Let's see what they can do, although they changed manager now and they're playing a different type of football. But yeah, that's an interesting little story.
That's a very interesting story. So who is your player to watch in Serie A this season? Who's a player that you're looking at and you're like, this is the guy that we need to pay attention to?
I feel like Nico Paz is definitely one. I think even last year, to be fair, he played really, really well. He's a young player that I'm really interested in. Obviously, you got Kevin De Bruyne now, but everyone knows what he brings. Yeah. I think Scott McTominay is going to have a really good season again. Yeah. And then I think, obviously, I don't know if you saw that Leon Bailey moved to Roma.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do well at Roma. And I'm gonna follow it more closely in the next few weeks as well. I'm gonna try and watch a few games for the smaller side, and I'll come back with my top 3 players to watch out for that could get a Premier League move.
Nice. That's a good one. So your player of the week. Let's do player of the week in Serie A.
Yeah. Player of the week has to be Nico Paz. I haven't watched this week's game.
I'm gonna go player of the week. I'm gonna go for Thuram of Inter. Yeah. Scored a brace. I think he had an assist as well, and then came off at the hour mark. Player to watch for me is Kenan Yildiz. If you guys know about Kenan Yildiz, I don't fully rate Juventus, but I know that he is a star, and he's already carrying Juventus at a really young age. Got the number 10. I believe got an assist or a goal this week. So yeah, man, look out for him.
Moving on swiftly. Premier League.
The Prem is back, man.
Prem is back indeed. I mean, it's funny, like, City won that first game against Wolves and everyone got excited.
Yeah.
City always beat Wolves. Bro. Yeah. In the worst season, they always beat Wolves and they do it convincingly. I don't know why we always fall in this trap. Well, City are back. Not saying that they're not. Obviously, the Tottenham game to me wasn't a surprise. I was talking to a few people. I think I spoke to you as well, and I said I think the Tottenham going to get a draw or a win. Reason why is because City don't beat Tottenham, bro. In the last 5 years, I think City. I think City only beat Tottenham once at home, and they only beat them once away.
Why do you think
So
that is?
it wasn't a shock to me, anyways.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I don't know, bro. I think Tottenham is City bogey team, same as Crystal Palace. City struggle against Crystal Palace. City really struggle against Tottenham. I watched the game. City should have got a penalty before Tottenham even scored. Penalty wasn't given, but then there was an incident on the other hand. Tottenham were already up 1-0 on Kudus, which should have been probably a red card for the
That was
keeper.
bad.
I think.
That was bad.
But when you score, if say City got that penalty and you score 1-0, it's a completely different game, right? Marmoush had plenty of chances that he missed. Haaland had plenty. He had one big chance. It was a header.
A header.
City played well, but City always play well and then lose. So playing well doesn't mean anything if you're not going to get the 3 points.
So I've got some questions. The jury is kind of out at the moment on Ryan Cherky. People are saying he's lazy. People are saying he didn't show for the ball enough. People are actually saying maybe he's not that player. What are your thoughts?
He's a bigger stature type of player, you know. He's a bit chunky, you know. Not to say he's lazy, but you could tell that I think with the pressing he struggled a little bit. He's not used to it as well, the way City plays. So you have to give him time. And people will chat, bro. Like, he scored against Wolves and they were saying, oh, look, Reed's 120 million. He was 34 million and he scored from the bench. He didn't 3 touches. They saw a few flicks and they got excited. Now he played his first game where he started. We lose against Tottenham. He's not good enough. Everyone's going to have their opinions. I think he's a good player. I think it's going to take a while for him to actually get fully integrated in the team. I think physically he probably needs to get used to the pace of the Premier League because it's different. But I think give him 1 season because anyways, old City players when they first move takes a season for them to get used to it and then they normally start going. But I think he'll do well. I think he's a maverick. You don't know what to expect from him. So sometimes he might look lazy, but sometimes he might open up a game. So that's the type of player that they bought. So you can't expect him to be the main man every game. I don't expect that from him at all. And I don't think he's going to start every game either. So I have to give him time, I think.
Makes sense. Very strong start for Spurs. I'm closely looking to Spurs. I really rate Thomas Frank. Obviously, Mohamed Kudus has increased my interest in Spurs as well. And they've had a great start. Even that PSG game that they lost, they showed real good character. They went in the lead. And it's funny because at some point I was like, are they going to do what they did with PSG? Where they just disseminate and then City gets back into the game. And they didn't do that this time. Papsar, he's an engine.
Yeah.
Bro, I think Spurs will get top 4 this year, man. I know it's super early to say that, but I can see a world where Spurs get top 4 this year.
I think Spurs played well. I do. But I think City should have won that game. And it's more on City. And I think, like, if they played Arsenal the same game, I think Arsenal beats them and punish them in the first half, bro. City should have scored at least 3 or 4 goals. And that game would have been completely done. Not to say that Spurs are not good, because I think you still have to, like, defend, the keeper did well, and that's his job.
And the defenders, bro. One of those last ditch when they were sliding in.
But I think top 4, I don't know, man. I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, it's a massive boost. You play City second game away as well. Second game of the season, you win. And ultimately, footballers have been winning games. It doesn't matter who played better. Well, as a fan, you want your team to play good football, but ultimately, bro, no one can tell me that. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the win. So I really, really like Thomas Frank. And I think against the lesser team, they're going to do really, really well. I think defensively and even going forward, they look really good. They're going to score and they're not going to concede much. So I'm interested in seeing them against the bigger teams. But having said that, I think Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and that 4th spot is between Spurs and Chelsea, in my opinion.
But the thing is, you say you want to see Spurs play the bigger teams. You see them play PSG and Man City.
Yeah, but look at the PSG game, bro. Yes, they played well, but as we said, it's all about winning games, right? Yeah. They lost. The City game again, like, yes, they won the game, but another day they lose that game by quite a few goals. Do you know what I mean? No, but They, yeah, bro, bro,
I
if
know,
you watch that first 20 minutes,
which I did.
which you did, there was about 6 chances that fell to Mamouche. And I don't know, maybe he didn't have the right boots on. And I don't know, but obviously we can't talk another day because it's just about the game that we watch, right? But ultimately, that game should have ended another way. They still got the
That
win,
doesn't
and
make sense. The thing is, that's what Man United fans said when they lost to Arsenal, and they're like,
but
"Oh,
it should
we
have.
should have."
It should have.
But that's
It should
football,
have.
though. That's like,
Yeah, it's football. It is football. But on another day, it ends a different way, bro. Like United played really well that game, and then also, to be fair, they played Fulham and they didn't play as well, and they should have lost that game in fair. But I think as a United, I'm not a United fan, but as a United fan, if I watched the Arsenal game, I'd be really excited. Purely
that's the
based,
thing. But that
purely
makes my
based,
point. Yeah, go on.
purely based on how bad they were last season, bro. And
But my point is that the reason why that doesn't work, in my opinion, is because yeah, you watch the Arsenal game and you think, oh, we're gonna have a good season. Any other game, we would win this, and then the
it's
week
not.
after,
No,
you
it's
don't
not.
win.
It's not. It's not. If we're gonna have a good season based on one game because you can't do that. It's more. I can see us playing a lot better than what we did last season. The football is better. We got new players, and the players are exciting, and they're bringing something new. Obviously, based on one game, because they could have beat Arsenal 5-0. Doesn't mean that they're gonna win the league. But I
Yeah.
think the style of play, the way they played, that is exciting because there's a potential that if this is how we play the whole season, we're definitely not gonna finish 17th because the players that come in
I
make it
agree
more
we're not
exciting.
17th, but it's funny because I actually see it completely the opposite. I see it as you played that well and you still didn't win. So you probably won't have a great season. Whereas Arsenal didn't play well and still got the win. So people are like, oh yeah, they only scored a corner, da da da.
Yeah,
Or even with like Tottenham, it's like, oh, City, we're all over them. But in
yeah,
my head, even on days like that, you still manage to get a result.
yeah. Which is good for Arsenal. Like I'm not taking away. Like, I'm not saying Arsenal performance is telling me that they're not going to compete for the league. But I'm saying as a United fan, you can't look at that game and be disappointed too much because of the style of play has completely changed, bro. Like if you look at last season, these man got bullied every game and they lost.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, they didn't get bullied and they lost. I understand that. But I think to watch that team, because obviously you got new players coming in as well now, and you see the way the players have played, and I think Mbueno looked really good, Cunha looked really good. You have to be excited in the fact that, yeah, like last season, forget it, really bad. This season we started a lot better against a team that is much better than them. And yes, they lost, and it was a corner. It doesn't matter how you lose, bro. 3 points is 3 points. But as a United fan, I'd be excited just because the new players are making it exciting. Like they're showing that they can create stuff. Yes, they haven't finished, which is the most important thing in football. But going forward, I think they look really good.
So that's my exact point for Tottenham. That they've obviously the PSG game they did mess up the last couple
Yeah, yeah.
minutes, but they showed a lot in the first bit that it seems like they've learned from. Then they won the first game of the season.
Yeah.
Then they go to City, keep a clean sheet, get the 2 goals.
But I think the problem I think Tottenham are going to do very well
Yeah,
this season. My thing with City that everyone still puts City as this, like, obviously because of everything they've done. City is a really good team, but we also have to understand they had a really bad season last year, and this season the only reason why people are expected City to come back is that 4-0 win against Wolves. That meant nothing, in my opinion, because it's Wolves is a team that they always beat. Yeah, it was 4-0, but Wolves had their chances. I know that you don't like on another day the game could be different, but really on another day we could have been 2-0 down rather than 2-0 up. Do you know what I mean? And so what I'm saying is that it still shows that defensively City's not there really. Only because Wolves didn't score doesn't mean that they're this good team. Obviously, they started well. Offensively, I still think offensively City are really good. But defensively, they showed against Wolves, and then he came through against a better team in Spurs that they're going to give chances, and a better team are going to take those chances. So I think Spurs are going to do well. And ultimately, I still don't think City is the City of old. But
yeah,
then Spurs beat City every time, regardless.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Postecoglou beat him, and they weren't playing the most beautiful football in the world.
That's true.
I think so. That's why I say I want to see I get the bigger team because City. I wasn't really surprised with that result, regardless of how City was going to play, because Spurs always beat them. But it'll be interesting to see like the North London derby and Liverpool and see how they perform against those teams. But regardless of those results, I think because there's only like 4 or 5 teams that better than Spurs on paper against the rest of the teams, I think Spurs are going to do really well this season.
Yeah, they've had a really strong start, and so have no. I think Chelsea drew their first game, right? Chelsea
Yeah,
drew
they
their
should have
first
lost
game.
that game. The
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah,
Palace got a
yeah,
bit shagged on that free kick, but
yeah. I remember. Liverpool's had a strong
strong.
start. That game
Yeah,
yesterday against Newcastle, what a game of football, man.
bro. 20 minutes, 14 fouls. That was not football, bro. That was not football, bro.
Crazy.
That was. I mean, I knew the game was gonna be crazy because of the Isaac situation and everything that's
Yeah,
happening. So I feel like there's a lot of emotion behind it. Um, and Newcastle did so well going down to 10 man
10
and to do what they did.
early.
They should have. So unlucky not to take something out of the game, a point or even 3 points. But then Liverpool does what Liverpool do, bro. What they done last season, playing not great football the whole game, but they take the chances. Gravenberch scored a really good goal.
Very good goal.
Ekitike has scored 3 in 3
Three and
games
three
for
now.
Liverpool. It was a really good finish as well. And yeah, man. I mean, Anthony Gordon tackle was so unnecessary and silly,
Agreed. But do you
which
think
ruined the game a little bit.
I agree. Do you think Newcastle was naive because at 2-2, it's basically feels like a win, but they were going for the 3 points, and I just think this early on in the season, you're 2-0 down, you got 10 men, just take the point. I kind of feel like they shot themselves in the foot there, man.
I don't know, bro. Do you not think if you're on top and you're on top for a long part of the game, especially when you're down to 10, you think, well, maybe we can win the game. There's 2 ways to look at it, right? Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's sit for the draw, but you sit for the draw and you just apply pressure. There's more pressure coming to you, right?
Yeah.
So then there's more likely that they're going to score, or you attack and then they can hit you on the counter attack. I feel like it's a difficult one, but
What
because
would
of the
you
way
have
they were
done?
playing, I don't know. Because of the way they were playing, I genuinely thought they could have won that game. Like, although it was 10 against 11, and sometimes it's harder to play a team that's
I
got
think
10.
because they were 10 against 11, I would have sat back honestly, and then just tried to hit them on the counter.
Yeah,
So I would have been a little, let's try and get this 2-2. Liverpool's going to have most possession. Let's try and hit them on the break and just try and secure. Because when Anthony Gordon went off, and then when they got the second goal, if you told any Newcastle fan you're going to leave the stadium at 2-2, they would have snapped your hand off.
yeah, of course.
And you can
But
get a
then
bit greedy.
but then when you're 2-2, it's different. Do you know what I
Like,
mean?
it's good game management, though, man.
It is. But what can you do? Like they did cut the third goal sort of came from good football and a counter attack move, right? But before then, Liverpool didn't do nothing. So I feel like even if they, because obviously Newcastle were attacking, they lost the ball, and then it's like literally 4 passes, bro.
Yeah. There were like
Soboslai,
2 defenders in the box, though. There were more
yeah,
Liverpool players in the box than Newcastle.
yeah,
Soboslai,
yeah,
that
yeah,
was brilliant from him, to be fair. He started
yeah. That
really
was
well.
it. Yeah, and it was. I mean, the finish from the 16-year-old is
Wow.
ridiculous, bro.
Wow.
Pope did not even. There was no time to even move, bro.
Wow. That was a finish.
He looks good. He looked very good in pre-season as well.
Yeah.
Scored a few goals for them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's naive or it's just football, bro. That's how it goes sometimes, man.
Yeah, man. I think
It's
these are.
still. I think it's better to lose that game 3-0 than the way they lost it. Honestly.
Yeah. I, as just someone, and I'm just a football manager guy, innit? But I just think to myself, from a managerial position, at 2-0 down, I'm like, oh, this is long. We got a red card as well. We come back to 2-2, and they scored that second goal late
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's shut up shop. Let's not concede. If we get another one, great. And I know in the heat of the moment it's hard, but that's what separates the elite. Like now they've lost the game, and
But
that's a
I
point.
don't necessarily think the manager should tell you that at the 89th minute, bro. As a footballer, you should know what to do, bro. Like, I appreciate that obviously the manager is there to give you the information and but bro, 89th minute, you scored a 2-2. You sit back, bro. You know what I mean? I think it's more emotion than sense.
Yeah, I got excited.
You're playing at home, your fans are behind you. Feels like it's 11 against 11 because that stadium is crazy. And I think it's just emotion and you went through it and you lost the game.
Sure.
But Newcastle, they started well, although they only got 1 point. They should have beat Aston Villa. unlucky to come away with nothing. And really, yesterday, to play 10 against 11 against Liverpool and play the way they did.
They smashed it. They did well. Obviously,
They
didn't
did well.
get the win, and the team that did get the win is the Arsenal.
5-0.
Bam.
Gyökeres 2.
Bam. People are coming back to the Gyökeres video to talk. Now, Saka is out for a month. So it's going to be interesting to see how they get on. Typically, this is when they capitulate, and they got Liverpool next. So that Liverpool-Arsenal game is going to be great. We'll get some predictions in a moment. But yeah, Arsenal 2-2.
He's missing Liverpool and Man City.
Wow. Those are big
but
games.
obviously they got Eze coming in now, so they got better squad there. So it might not really make a difference. I don't know.
It's do or die for Arteta, man. They've backed him. They've given him the squad. They've spent the money. Now the pressure is on Mr. Arteta's. Like, let's see what you can do. But first game of the season, away win against Man United. Solid. Second game of the season at home against Leeds. Demolition job, 5-0.
It is a demolition job, but you cannot expect them to win that game, bro. Like,
yeah.
Again, obviously, if football was what we expect, everyone would be a millionaire anyways. Yeah. You just always... But I think... obviously, 5-0 is a massive result, but I'm not surprised they got the win at home against Leeds.
Absolutely.
Because it's a good side, bro. Like they've shown last year against the small teams. Obviously, they did struggle a few times, but they always ended up beating them, especially at home. If it was a last-minute goal or whatever it was, they always sort of got the win. So at home, I expect them to be very solid against the small and also the big side. It will just be interesting to see what they do away. And that Liverpool game is a massive game now. Obviously, Saka's injured, but if Liverpool wins, that it's still early, but. It's a statement. It's a statement either way. If Arsenal wins, it's a massive statement, and if Liverpool wins, it's also a statement.
Absolutely. And even though it's early, typically in a season, a team that wins doesn't lose more than 3-4 games. They lose 3 games. Yeah. So if you lose one of your games in the first 3 matches, then you're already on the back burner. So even though it's early, I definitely think that it's you build momentum in these first 10 games, innit? So solid work for Arsenal. Arsenal fans.
I'm not sure though, because if you remember, bro, like every time City won the league in the past, bro, very very bad start. And then
who else has done it though?
Yeah, no one else apart from City. Yeah. But yeah, that's true. I think you just have to get the points that you can in it. I think if Arsenal comes out with a draw or a W, that's a good result for them.
Absolutely.
And then they can go from there really, because they do have a really difficult start, bro. So I think because of this, if they lose 3 points in the first 5 games, but they can maximize the rest, I think that's a really good start.
True.
To play United, Liverpool, City, Tottenham, I'm pretty sure is in there as well. I can't. I mean, if they win everything, hats off. But if they lose 1, draw 1, I don't think it's a bad start given this, because then they have a round of really not easy games, but games that they should be winning.
That's true. No easy games in the Premier League, man. Which is why the 5-0 win to Leeds is impressive. As much as Leeds weren't very good, it was really good. Any other noteworthy results? So Manchester United. Just a quick speak on Man United. I just don't see it, man. The players have changed.
Did you see the penalty miss from Bruno?
Yeah, they said that the referee put him off.
It's crazy.
Nonsense.
Bro, come on.
Nonsense.
Bro. Come on, bro.
Nonsense.
And then came out
and
said I was upset that he didn't apologize to me.
What are you on about?
just focus on the game, bro. I mean, someone was saying to me, I don't think people understand the pressure of the penalty, and the players have their own routine, and the referee basically messed up his routine, which is true. Like, players do have their own routine when taking a penalty, but bro, like, skying a penalty that way, the ref touching you barely can't be the excuse, bro. That was a poor penalty, right? That was a poor penalty.
Call it for what it is.
You know what I mean? He didn't hit it well. But I don't know, man. I think United, I got a bit excited from that first game. I was like, yeah, United are gonna
Gonna
be
do
up there
decent.
fighting. And then I saw that Fuller game and I said, nah, man, United are back to what United. They need a new midfield, bro. Casemiro played really well against Arsenal. The guy's old, bro. Kobe Mainoo came out and was supposed to be the next thing of English football. He got injured. Obviously, still a young player. And now Amorim said he's competing against Bruno. He's not really going to start many games over Bruno,
Because
bro.
Bruno's playing more deep
Yeah,
now.
yeah. But then he's not really going to start many games against Bruno. So maybe he needs to go out on loan somewhere and get his
Yeah.
career back.
Yeah. Or maybe
Um,
even permanently, man.
yeah, or permanently. Everyone seems to do well when they leave United anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe
Agree,
that's the
man.
best for him. But it's still early. United normally beat Fulham, but really, like I don't know if people watch the last few. They always struggle against them. They
Yeah.
barely beat them.
It's true.
So again, does it? They should have won, in my opinion. They had a few chances, especially the first few minutes. Cunha had like 3 shots. Fernandez had a few shots. They should have won, but it's after they 1-0. They did what you wanted Newcastle to do. They scored one and they went and defend. Um, and Fulham were all over them.
Yeah, yeah. So no, interesting start. I want to spotlight some Ghanaian players, and I feel like
Yeah,
the Ghanaian bowlers in England have started really well. So Fatawu scored for Leicester City,
yeah,
and he's had a really bad injury, so for him to come back and score the winning goal for Leicester, brilliant. Obviously, Kudus put in a shift against the City. He was
yeah.
more of a laborious. He worked hard, and then Antoine Semenyo has started on fire.
Hit the
What does this
crossbar.
hit the crossbar?
He assisted.
Tormented them, man, and obviously he played really well against Liverpool. What does this potentially mean for the Ghanaian team?
Let's
I said
qualify.
Ghana's gonna win the World Cup.
Let's qualify first,
Let's go to that first.
and then I'll tell you what it means. I
One,
mean, I'm excited. I think going forward we do really good. And you think of Ghana of old, and going forward we always looked exciting. And I'm not saying this is Ghana of old, but it is exciting to see the potential, right? I just wanted to see it translated in the national team because these players, like Semenyo, was being balling last year. He was sick, but then he goes to Ghana and he's just a bit. It's not the same, and obviously I know it's a completely different team. I just hope that they can bring the good form into the national team. And then but I'm excited. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't excited. And I hope that we can have a good World Cup. Hopefully, we've got an easy-ish group as well. And
so you always
that
get
will
hard.
help. You know what I mean?
It's true. One day I'd love to speak to one of these ballers, especially that play in England, and to ask them why. And let us know in the comments why you think that sometimes when you play in these European leagues, it doesn't translate when playing for the national team back home in Africa. Because for some players it does. I mean, players like Sadio Mane,
Salah,
players
Salah.
like Mo Salah, they go back and they absolutely smash it. Back in the day, I remember Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba, they would go
Yeah.
back and absolutely smash it. So
But
I'm
even
wondering
Essien,
why.
even Essien for us, Montari,
Yeah,
they did it.
yeah,
I guess they had as a team. The team was a lot better. I think it
yeah.
wasn't. Obviously, we had great individuals, but as a team, we were also a lot better. And I think maybe that's the difference. That you only got Kudus and Menu. Obviously, you got this Fatao. You got a few players coming up, but as a team, it's not really what it used to be. But then I still think that we're good enough
I agree.
to do it. So it's disappointing when we lose to teams that I don't think we should be losing to.
I agree.
Uh,
I agree. I agree. And
but
it's
let's
hardly
see.
ever like we lose to a good team.
Yeah.
We usually lose to the. I don't want to insult anyone, but to the lesser
You know
teams.
what I mean?
That's the
That's
problem.
why I'm not saying any country. We just lose to people we shouldn't be losing to.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
But yeah, no, it's exciting. It's very exciting. I'm hoping that Ghana has a great World Cup. That Nigeria Ghana game was so exciting, and
Yeah,
I don't know, it's because that was our B team, bro. And really and truly, we should have won that game, at least draw. But it's exciting to see what the potential of Ghanaian football, man. And fingers crossed.
Player of the week. Who's your player of the week in the Premier League?
Player of the league in the Premier League, I'll have to give it to Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish went to Everton. You know, I like the person, and I don't think he's a great footballer. Actually, that's a lie. To be fair, I think he's a good footballer, but he needs to be in a team where he's the main man. And he's gone to Everton, 2 assists. There's a lot of speculation on him, like people talking, and like people forget that at the end of the day, human beings. There's a lot of pressure. He started his first game. 2 assists, and Jack Grealish. But that's because I like him. But really, I'll give it to Ismail Assar, man, for Crystal Palace. Really like him, bro. I really, really like him, and I think he's going to have a really good season for them.
Nice one. Player of the week, I'm going to go for Timber, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Got 2 goals as an assist. And I'll give a shout out to Victor Gyökeres. I know you guys want me to say it. Victor Gyökeres. He's had a great start. He had a good goal. He smashed in the penalty. So he's got 2 in 2 now. 2 in 2 now.
Great start is crazy, bro. Unseen against Man United. It was just doing this.
Look at that, his head.
But no, bro,
I
think
think
he's going to score goals. He's going to score goals in the Prem. Whether he's going to take Arsenal to the league or not, that's still to be seen.
Absolutely. What else can we cover?
I guess transfer. Have you seen any latest transfer? Anything exciting? Gigi
Donnarumma. Okay, so we need to speak about Trafford, bro. James Trafford looked terrible against Tottenham. I mean, his passing was bad. His decision making was bad. His shot stopping was shaky. He flew into Kudus. He could have got a red card for that. You guys need to go out and get Donnarumma.
It's hard, isn't it? Like, again, bro, this is football and football fans, right? He had a decent game against Wolves. Again, he didn't have that many shots against him. But, like, I don't know if you remember that. I think it was the second Highland goal, the Reinders touch. He's the one that put the pass. It was really good with his feet. He found Reinders. Reinders stopped it down, and then so he started that goal. He had a good game. And then it's hard as a goalkeeper, bro. I think it's probably the hardest position on the pitch. Because you could have nothing to do for 50 minutes, one shot. If you don't save it, it's a goal. Right? And I think, it was a poor performance from him. And Guardiola came out after and said, doesn't know if he's going to be the number one.
Wow, did he?
Well, they asked him, are you still going to keep Trafford in goal? And basically he went on a runabout to just say he doesn't know whether or not it's going to be. But for the second goal especially, that was poor, bro. That was poor. But it's hard because that's how Guardiola wants his keepers to play. So he has to try and do it. But you have to be better because if you make a mistake there, you're going to get punished. The first goal, I don't really blame him, bro. The ball went past him so fast that
the first goal wasn't his fault. But was it not his mistake playing it out the back? I don't remember how.
No, it wasn't. It
wasn't.
Okay, it was basically Stones tried to play the offside.
Yeah.
And then
Richarlison came in and then passed it.
But then apart from that, the Kudus thing, he has to come out for that though. He has to try and kick it. Obviously, luckily it wasn't a red card. The ball did hit his hand outside of the box, but it's not like he punched it, he just hit his arm. But it was silly, it was rushed, but he sort of kind of had to come for that. I don't think it's hard because Edison, bro, he's not being as good as well, right? So it's hard. But I don't think City can go in the season with Trafford and goal, bro.
Having said that, do you think Donnarumma is even a good fit for City because of the way that Pep likes to play?
I don't think he's a good fit at all. 0. But
he's a good shot stopper. Great shot stopper.
Yeah. I think he's gonna keep clean sheets. He's just gonna have to change the way City play. They can't start from the back. Well, they can if he's just passing it on the side. But he's not going to be able to restart it and find Haaland or Reinders. He's not going to be able to do that. But I think ultimately, if City can keep clean sheets, then it'll be good. I mean, he is one of the best keepers in the world, bro. And he's massive, he covers that goal like no one else does. I don't like him because of AC Milan, but I can't say he's not a good keeper. But I don't think he's the perfect fit, not at all.
Should. I totally agree with that. And yeah, Trafford, it's very reactionary, the feedback that he has been getting. It
Yeah,
was a poor game and it was a big game against Tottenham, you know, and it's
yeah, it was.
more people, like I didn't watch the first game versus Wolves, but I
Yeah,
watched the
yeah.
Tottenham games. I'm like,
But
yeah,
then, bro,
I don't
like
know.
the reason why I can't be too mad at him is because if Mamush puts his chances away, the game is different, bro. Like no one is talking about how Mamush missed 3 1-1 goals. No one talking about how Haaland missed the header. But because he's a keeper and he made those mistakes, everyone is focusing on that. But really, your strikers need to do their job, and obviously the keeper needs to do his. But if the striker does theirs, it's a different conversation, isn't it? But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. He's a young keeper, bro. So I'm not gonna be too harsh on him because I think he is a good keeper, and I just don't think it can be the number one at this moment in time. I didn't even understand the signing, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, same. I didn't think he would be number one. I thought he
Yeah,
would be more of a second keeper.
yeah. So
Another thing that's bubbling is Roma is trying to work to get Tyreek George in.
oh,
And I
from
think,
Chelsea,
yeah, from Chelsea. And I think Leon Bailey, Tyreek George, Gasperini's
they
cooking,
wanted
man.
they wanted Sancho, bro, but Sancho said no.
Man said, nah.
So I'm alright.
Yeah, Gasperini's cooking. What do you think Tyreek George can do in Serie A, given what
I've
we've
liked
seen of
him
him
for
so far?
Chelsea. To be fair, the few games he played for Chelsea, I really liked him. So I think
Exactly.
it'll be a good move for him because he's not really gonna get that many minutes at Chelsea. I don't think.
Exactly.
And I think he could do really well. I think Leon Bailey, as I mentioned before, will do really well. So yeah, Roma is definitely Gasperini is definitely cooking. And I think Roma will do well. I don't know if they'll finish top four, but I like Gasperini, and I think he'll get them playing good football. And if he stays there for a few seasons, they will become dangerous. And also, I don't know if you saw that. Obviously, Napoli are linked with Highland, and then they want to get Trevor Chalobah in defence as well.
I think that'd be
So
good for Napoli.
they're also trying to like strengthen a little bit because obviously they've got Champions League, Serie A. So yeah, it feels like everyone around us is
Building,
making
building,
moves.
building. And
And,
what's the opposite of building? Taken away.
we're, we're buying Modric and that.
Bro, yeah, man. Allegri supported me, man. Allegri supported me. And I don't know how we started Fofana. He's annoying me, Fofana. He always shoots. And he's an athlete more than he's a player, right? So against a team like Cremonese, you'd think you're going to play Ricci, Joshari. Like, people that actually are technical on the ball. If you're going to play Medric, fine. Play some technical players around him. Man played Modric. And then he had Loftus-Cheek and Fofana. Loftus-Cheek had a good pre-season. Loftus-Cheek as well. Bro, you smash it in pre-season and then under the lights, bro, you go missing. I don't want to single him out, but yeah, we had a shocking start. I really want us to have a very good game against Lecce. Santi Jimenez, I'm very worried about Santi Jimenez.
I think he's gonna leave, bro.
I'm
But
very.
how can you be confident when you keep seeing us as a club trying to get another striker?
Bro,
As if
but
we
don't
don't
you
have.
think that should spur you on to do
No,
better?
bro, because he means he got zero confidence in me, bro.
So let me score to show you what I want.
Don't get me wrong, he should, but you're not going out to get a striker that's going to be in the bench, bro. You're buying names that you're telling me that you, as a coach, and you're continuously trying to do that in the market when we need reinforcement in other places in the pitch, in my opinion. It tells me that you have really zero faith in me. And I don't think, obviously, as a striker, you should tell you what, I should go out there and make it happen. I feel like even if he did score against Cremonese and we won, and we got a striker in, he would just start the next game. I don't think he likes him, bro.
Do you like him? That's the question.
I think last season he came in, did he have the best season for us? No, but you could see that there's a player there.
That's what
We
I
can't keep
thought.
doing this thing where we give players 6 months and then just sell them, bro.
Okay, bro. What did you think of? Like, my problem is, yeah, I thought the same as you until the Cremonese match. The Cremonese match, a man couldn't stop a ball. Like, the second goal we conceded is because, bro, they passed him the ball. He's like, in Italian we'll say in Champa. It's like man's falling over the ball. Like, Modric gives him passes, and bro, instead of like controlling it, he seems to be struggling. Maybe it's just physical shape.
Confidence, bro. Yeah,
Maybe he's confident. Maybe like he's come back from pre-season late.
Yeah.
But what worries me about Santi Menez is the fact that he's fighting with the ball, bro. He's not caressing the ball. He's having a hard time, bro, and it's peak.
Because you've seen last season that there was a player there, you need to understand that there's something going on in the background, isn't it? Like, you know, that's not him on a day to day, right?
It's true.
He's better than that. I don't know, man. I hear it, but we went out to. I don't get going out to buy these players to then basically tell them, no, you're not good enough. We're just gonna buy someone else after 6 months of having them, if that. And yeah, it's true, bro. That game was poor, but the whole team played that, bro. And I'm not so. I can't really.
Yeah.
Obviously. It's
I'm
a
looking
difficult
at technical ability more than like application and.
Yeah, I hear it, but we've seen that stopping the ball and like starting play. He can do that. He just didn't do that against Cremonese. Obviously, I don't know what's going on in his head. I blame a bit of both, the club and the player. I'm not saying that he's perfect and he's gonna score loads of goals for us, but I would like for us to give him a chance, man.
I agree with. But I think if Leao's fit, Leao Pulisic play up front.
Yeah.
If Leao's fit, Leao Pulisic play up front. Which Allegri doing whatever he's doing. So yeah, Santi.
But that means you don't need another striker then. Santiago can be our backup striker.
Well,
what's the point?
Need a couple backup strikers.
But then, bro, like if Leao and Pulisic play up front, you're saying we're gonna get Boniface, for example, to be on the bench and come on what?
The maddest thing is that now with that wonder kid that we got, the Danish kid, well, he's 20 years old. We paid 27 million of him. I think we should have just. That's basically he's 3 years older than Camarda. Like I don't really understand that because he's going to be on the bench now anyway, unless he comes in and scores a hat trick and he is as good as they say. They're not going to buy another striker. But the Santi Jimenez situation is worrying. One, because like you said, the club gives him no faith. Two, he seems like a player that, without giving him that faith, is making him even worse.
Bro, I think it's so bad, bro. Because like you're killing someone's confidence, bro. Like to me, especially because I believe that is not the main focus for us that we should have focused on. But from the beginning of the Calcio Mercato, that was our focus.
Yeah, it doesn't rate.
And what does that tell you, bro? That you got zero confidence in me. And even pre-season, obviously he was a bit injured, so he didn't play that much. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. Again, that performance was poor from him, so let's not sugarcoat that. But as a club, like, what are you telling me? You know, like you're really saying to me that you got zero faith in me, and I think that's hard because a lot of players need confidence, bro. And it maybe shouldn't be like that, but some players need to be cuddled and you have to put an arm around the shoulder and say, yeah, like, I believe that you can do it. And if you don't do that, those are the performances that they're going to give us.
That's also what makes a good coach, allowing, giving a platform. But Estupinian, what's going on there? Are we jumping the gun again?
Again,
people are saying Emerson Royale on the left-hand side. That's what people are saying.
Why is he still there, bro? Nah, man. It's the first game. I think maybe like he's a player that performs better when the team plays well as well. I don't know. I'm gonna give it all to like it was a really bad start as a team. I don't wanna single out any players because I think it's too early. I'm going to give him a couple of games because he is a new system and he's a new team, completely different team. So I would love for him to just start sick, but we also have to understand that people need to adapt. So yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not so mad at him. I'm just mad at the performance of the team.
I hear it. Hopefully we turn it around ASAP. I think it's actually good that Leao got hurt in a sense that it's exposed. Because if he was on, maybe we would have won the game. But there's a lot happening behind the scenes, so we can't rely on Leao, bro.
We can't, bro. Not for games like that, anyways, bro. Like, come on, fam. You're not playing Inter where you're saying, but our best player was out, and even then, we should still play better. But you can say, your best player's out. Fair enough. But bro, Cremonese at home. Bro. Like, come on, guys. Yeah,
disappointing fact is actually just conceding 2 goals because Allegri is this defensive-minded coach. He's like. Okay, if we win 1-0 and play a boring match, cool, I can see like if we rack these up, but
because also, bro, Cremonese at home, in another season, we're in the Champions League. A game like this, if it's not the first game of the season,
You stay the
Yeah,
second.
you know what I mean? It's like your B team, bro. And our A team couldn't even do the job. Come
Rough.
on, bro. Like, what does that say about us?
It's rough. It's smooth. All right.
But
Well,
should we end it with our prediction for next week?
let's
Or I
do it.
guess next Saturday's Premier League games.
Let's do it. You wanna? Yeah. So you got the games there?
I got the games, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you say the game, and then we'll say the score, and then a quick explanation why
Yes.
we think that.
So you got Chelsea Fulham 12:30 on Saturday. Chelsea playing at home. Give me your thoughts.
2-0 to Chelsea. After the
Okay.
performance against West Ham, they're warming up. They've got Esteval doing his thing. I think Chelsea will continue the good form, and I see 2-0 Chelsea.
I think Chelsea will win this game. I think very good going forward, but they will concede. I don't think they're very solid defensively. So 2-1, 3-1 Chelsea. But Chelsea win nonetheless.
Both teams to score, Chelsea to win.
Basically, yeah. Both teams to score, Chelsea to win. Sunderland, Brentford.
Sunderland-Brentford is going to be an interesting game. Sunderland at home, I back them. I think it will be a cagey affair. I say 1-0 Sunderland.
Yeah, Sunderland, Brentford, great stadium of lights. I think they play with 12 man when they play at home. They lost to Burnley, which I wasn't really expecting, but they won the first game, which also means that all of the teams that come from the bottom already got 3 points.
Damn.
Brentford beat Aston Villa the weekend, which I wasn't expecting. So I think 1-1. Sunderland, Brentford, I go 1-1. Draw, could be 2-2, but draw basically. That's my thoughts. Wolverhampton, Everton.
Wolverhampton, Everton, I'm going for a draw. I'm going for 1-1.
Okay. I think Everton are going to surprise a couple of people this season.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. I think
Nice.
Everton are going to win this game. But let's see. I think Grealish going to do well. They got few good attacking options, and as a defense, they're very solid. I don't like Pickford, but he is a good keeper when he wants to be. I go with 2-1 Everton. Man United, Burnley.
I want to say something funny, but I think United finally get their first win of the season.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a solid win. I can see a 2 or 3-0 to Man United.
Yeah. I think United are playing midweek. They got the Carabao Cup. I think Sesko starts, and hopefully Sesko scores because I got him on FPL. Don't ask me why. So I think, Man United, Burnley, I agree with you. I back United win 2 or 3-0. I think Mbuemo or Cunha goal scorer as well.
Yeah, I think they finally get that win that should kickstart their season.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Very worrying if they don't.
Yeah, very. Tottenham, Bournemouth.
Big game. And I say big game because I rate Bournemouth highly.
Yeah, same.
I think they're going to score, and Spurs defensively have been quite shaky. So I can see a draw there, you know. I can see. I hope both Ghanaian boys score, Kudus and Simon.
Yeah.
But I can see a draw or a narrow Spurs win. I feel like if Spurs get over this one, I'll be very impressed. I can see a draw.
I like Bournemouth. I just remember the game last season. I'm pretty sure Bournemouth won at Spurs. But this is a different Spurs team. And I can see a draw. Or I agree with you. Actually, I'll go with the X2. Bournemouth draw or win. I think Spurs. I think Spurs might struggle in this game. I think Bournemouth are a really good side and they cause a lot of teams problems. And Bournemouth draw or win. I think. Sure. Leeds, Newcastle.
Man, who's Newcastle going to play as a striker? Harvey
That's the
Barnes.
question. Because Anthony's out as well now.
Anthony's out. He's got a red card. Isaac's not interested. Leeds just got smoked 5-0. I can see them reacting, coming back. I think it'll be a tough game for Newcastle, man. I can see a draw.
I think Newcastle get the first win here. I think there's a lot of positives to take out of that Liverpool game. I know you hate it that when teams lose and you say there's positives to take, but I think there are. I think not just because of the result, everything that's going on. You know, like I think there's a lot going on at the club, and I think they might. And they started well. I think even. Although, bro, I do believe that if Isaac played all those 2 games, they probably would have won both games.
I agree. That's part of the problem.
Yeah, that is part of the problem. But they've struggled in the market, bro. And so the reason why I say there's positive to take is because they haven't been able to really bring anyone in, but they still look like a good side. So I think 2-1 Newcastle. So I'll go with Newcastle win.
Cool.
Moving to Sunday, we got Brighton, Man City.
Woo. Brighton, Man City at Brighton. I can see City getting an away win, bouncing back from the Spurs defeat. So I think a comprehensive win, man. I can see a 3 or 4-0.
I think City concedes here. City normally do beat Brighton away, but it's always a difficult game. So I'll go maybe 3-1 City. But I think City will get the win. Nottingham Forest, West Ham. I think West Ham are going down, by the way. I'm going to tell you. I've been seeing it for the last couple of weeks, and that's it again. But yeah, go on.
West Ham are banging trouble. I can see Nottingham Forest getting a solid win here. Graham Potter. It's funny how this Graham Potter stock has dramatically reduced. When he didn't have a job, everyone thought he was good because of working at Brighton. Yeah. And he should have just stayed out of work.
Well, he went to Chelsea, bro, and he was a shambles.
And he didn't work. But people still kind of rated him. They were like, Chelsea, bad transition. But now it's like, yo, your stock's gone all the way down, mate.
He doesn't have any personality as well, bro. When he comes out for interviews, like, you're not showing me any confidence, bro. Like you might turn this around. So, I go with Nottingham Forest win, bro. I'm not even going to spend too much on this. Like, I think Nottingham Forest win. Liverpool.
Hey!
Arsenal.
Liverpool, Arsenal. It's a great game. I don't know. If I had to predict the game, wow. After what I say, Liverpool win. I'll say a Liverpool win. I'll say a tough game, but I think Liverpool narrowly do it. And in the early signs, they've shown me that they have that championship mindset, which I think Arsenal haven't needed to show yet. It's their biggest test so far. I think Liverpool get a narrow win out of this game.
Yeah, I think Liverpool win as well. Without Saka, I still think Arsenal got a good squad. I think Eze starts because I don't really see. If you start Madueke, then forget it.
Probably Madueke, Eze. Madueke on one side.
I think he's gonna start. Actually, I don't think you start Eze because it's only a week, and that makes sense. It's only a week training, really. So I think he starts Madueke and Martinelli, bro. And that doesn't give me confidence that they can do the job. I feel like Eze comes from the bench. Obviously, Gyökeres is there. The midfield battle is going to be very interesting. I think Liverpool win, man. I think Liverpool win. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace.
I think Palace had 2 draws, right?
Yeah, they did.
I think Palace gets their first win of the season here, man. They've drawn the first couple games. Villa's lost 1, drawn 1.
Yeah, they don't look great, to be fair. Surprising.
They don't look fantastic. I think Palace snatch a win.
I go with X2 here as well for my betting people then. I go with Crystal Palace or draw, I believe. Aston Villa don't look great at all, actually. It's a bit disappointing because I think they looked really well last season. They haven't really brought in new fresh faces. They got this striker from France that hasn't really started yet because obviously Watkins is there. But Yeah, dude. Yeah, it doesn't look good. And I really like Crystal Palace. I really like Glasgow. So I think also last year Crystal Palace beat Aston Villa at home, and they did it very convincingly. So I'm going to go with Crystal Palace a draw. Yeah.
Nice. We need to jot them down next time, but yeah, just so we can then come back and because I don't even remember half of the stuff I said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Well, we'll have to watch it back.
exactly. Do that. Exactly. Watch it back.
We'll anyhow, we're gonna get this out on TikTok probably
Yeah,
on Friday because the game starts on Saturday. We'll do our Saturday games, and then on Saturday we'll probably put
we'll do
out
the
our Sunday,
predictions for the Sunday games.
and then we can just see how close you were.
It's true. They'll be out there on TikTok, and then we can see. So let us know in the comments what your predictions are for the games, and I'll clip that to all of those videos.
Yes.
So, and let us know what you think of the start of your team in the Premier League and who your early top four are. I would say my early top four are Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Arsenal.
I think I stay. Yeah, I'm still sticking to what I said in the past, which I'm pretty sure is City, Liverpool. Well, there's no order by the way, but I think Liverpool gonna win the league. I think City, Arsenal, second, third, or whichever way. And I think Chelsea might make Nick top four, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham is close as well.
Yeah. I'm just backing Tottenham because of Kudus.
Yeah, I mean,
rate
bro,
Chelsea
don't get me
highly.
wrong. I have no Tottenham hate, and I actually really like Thomas Frank.
Yeah,
I just think Chelsea's got a little bit more experience, and they
hear it.
might nick it. I think.
I hear it fully.
But- Yeah.
All right, we got to shoot. Once again, thank you. Keep going. Let's get to 400 followers
Yes,
on
yes,
TikTok.
yes.
And
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for
And
listening.
yeah, man, keep following us. Keep letting us know if there's anything you want us to talk about. And yeah, we'll keep you posted with any Serie A, any Premier League stuff, and also last week of transfer window. We'll keep you posted.
Transfers.
It's crazy that comes in.
Till next time.
Till next time.